Every now and then you find an artist who can sing and can write and is poetic and profound and humble and kind. On Kingdom Call by Indra, you get all of that on top of solid reggae rhythms to guide your daily meditation.
Precious is life, though it's a battle for the mind.
Hello once again everyone, this is Gideon St. Helen of Irie Roots Reggae Reviews with another album review. Thank you for listening, we really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe and share to help us grow the channel. This time we're focusing on Kingdom Call, a 12-track collaboration between Indra and UK-based producer Kris Kemist of Reality Shock Studio and record label. I first heard of Indra in 2022 when the renowned Jamaican producer and selector Rory Stonelove posted on Facebook, back on an album that started years ago, Indra'S 9-track album, Gonna Be Crazy. Rory Stonelove produced Black Gold for Irie, which we rated as one of the best roots reggae albums of the past 2 decades. So I've really looked forward to this collaboration between Rory and Indra since that announcement. I didn't know she'd be releasing something before that album with Rory until I saw the status update from Kris Kemist. We now have Kingdom Call, released in February 2023. It's a wonderful work of art consisting of well-produced and composed roots reggae and acoustic rhythm serving as a songscape of elegant and trained vocalizations of words of levity. Indra's full name is Indra and she is from the Caribbean island of Barbados. Indra was mentored by Guyanese-British singer, multi-instrumentalist and producer Eddie Grant, whom she holds in high regard, as you'll hear later. If you haven't heard some of Indra's notable singles like Journey, which was done with Rory Stonelove, some singles from Kingdom Call before the album was released, or songs from her older albums like Ring Bang for Kids in 2003 and Most Divine in 2007, which were released on Eddie Grant's Ice Records, you have probably heard songs she wrote for artists like Nadine Sutherland, Luciano, and Mr. Vegas. Indra is naming the credits of 8 tracks on Mr. Vegas' 2012 album, Sweet Jamaica. Indra was kind enough to take several questions from us. We first asked Indra to introduce herself to the massive. Who is Indra?
A child of the Most High who sings, songwrites, is a multidisciplinary artist, loves to be in creation, encourage others, having endured and overcome some storms, and chooses and enjoys living on the bright side.
If you've listened to Indra's music, and we highly recommend that you do, you will notice instantly that she's a talented singer with a beautiful, controlled and trained voice. This comes through clearly on all of the songs on the album, and especially in the acoustic ones. We wanted to know who her vocal influences are.
If vocal influences means the singers that you grew up listening to enough, then I'll have to call names like Tracy Chapman, Sade, Mighty Gabby, Juan Luis Guerra, Gloria Estefan, the band Kassav, and because I would have shared a lot of time musically, Eddie Grant.
Given those vocal influences, we were also interested in knowing how Indra found her own unique voice.
Through singing a lot and in everyday settings, all hours of the day and night, singing, and not necessarily in a studio setting or anything like that. Just a lot of singing, but more importantly, like as I grew, my voice did too. And also through honest and sometimes uncomfortable self-reflection, my voice started to respond in time. As I grew, it started to grow into its own. So that's what happened for me.
Although I listen to a variety of musical forms, especially guitar-based music, roots reggae music is home for me. For someone with Indra's vocal abilities who could be doing music in any other genre she wants, including jazz, I couldn't help but wonder, why did she choose to do reggae music? Why reggae? Take some time to listen to Indra's response to this question, which coincidentally, She explains my love for reggae music better than I could have expressed.
Reggae for me and to me has always been a welcoming home and a natural fit for message music, whether that's to uplift ones, to be a voice for the voiceless, to bring people together, or to highlight certain injustices, bring them boldly into the light, speaking the truth in love. And that's musically. And beyond the music is like it springs forth from a levity, and it also overflows into your life walk, into your life journey. And that's what, for me, has made it so set apart, because it is more than music. You know, the music springs from real life, or has sprung from real life. Obviously, things have been changing all over, you know, but that's how what it means to me, and that's why it was a natural step. Also, as a woman, we can get like pigeonholed and given up on and that kind of thing, but with reggae music, you can grow. Like they don't give up on you as you grow, especially as a woman, for me. And you know, this is not like a temporary thing. Music is something that I think is something that, you know, is with me for my life. So it's welcoming to know that reggae as music is something that you can grow with. And so yeah, it's just so many reasons, but I'll keep it short.
We've focused on Indra's vocal ability, but we need to mention that Indra is a phenomenal songwriter. The poetry of her lyrics as well as the substance are part of what makes this album great. Indra talked to us about where she found the inspiration as she wrote this album.
Thanks for the kind words, first of all. Songwriting is knitted and woven into the fabric of who I am and how the Most High designed me. You know, we each have been given a set of gifts, and songwriting is one of the ones I've been given. So as I live, songs spring forward. Certain conversations, observations, encounters, ponderings, questions, hopes, messages and unctions to share certain things, they come forward as songs. And sometimes it's assignment that I'm given to write a song, and I have to put myself in a quiet position to either plant the seed that I've been given, or to create the environment for a beautiful song to spring up without interference. So Kingdom Call, it's pretty much the same as the times that are different, and so the message is pertinent to the times and the seasons. And so yeah, the inspiration is life, and it's all through the unction of the Most High. I'm not perfect, but the Most High is. And I encouraging people is always a part of my walk. So yeah, Kingdom Call is that kind of time where the messages that are pertinent to the time, driven by the love for the people, that's basically what cooked the album called Kingdom Call.
We then asked Indra about the central message that she's communicating through the 12 songs on the album. We also asked about the title Kingdom Call. What does it mean?
Love, encouragement, and the need for endurance. And Kingdom Call because that's a reminder that life is a spiritual experience. Even though, yes, we live it in the natural, we are not summed up by what we see in the physical. Just like we have a body that has a soul, that has a spirit. So that reminder is for the ones who know, or the ones who will know and are to know, that will have that unction in them that they can't make this journey alone. We can encourage and motivate ourselves and each other up to a point, but because we need the highest, the reminder is in the name that there is good, there is evil, and both of those have kingdoms. One wins, but it's important to know whose kingdom you are on. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. And so it's in the name, just a reminder that life is spiritual.
Just for fun, we sometimes ask artists to name their favorite songs of the album. It's like asking a parent to tell you which child is their favorite. Instead of a favorite song, we wanted to know which song, if any, required Indra to dig deeper into her soul as she wrote it because it's deeply personal to her lived experience or who she is as a woman and human being. If we had to guess, we'd say Tables Turn.
Yep, tables turn. So if an album is a meal, there's the aperitif, the say is a soup, there's the salad, there's the ground provision, there's the dessert, there's the tea. Tables turn is definitely one that is on the tender side, on the softer side, it's a little more introspective than, say, Wake Up Call that might more be strengthening and stirring up. So Tables Turn, yeah, definitely is a tender one for me and hopefully for others too, yes. So Tables Turn.
Finally, we asked Indra to choose one song and talk to us about its message and vibe.
Highest is the 12th song on Kingdom Call album, yet the first and the ultimate, because I couldn't do anything, be anything without the highest, without the Most High by my side. I would not be able to breathe, write, sing, have the strength to endure, the unction to forgive, the ability to forgive, love in your heart, nothing without the Most High. So all glory and praise goes to the highest. And so that song, though it's the last on the album, is really the message that will be freshly planted after listening to the album, is that all praise and all glory goes to the Most High, the highest.
Kris Kemist of the independent UK label Reality Shock Records produced this album. Kris talked to us about how this collaboration with Indra was formed.
I knew Indra as a background vocalist for a long time, and it wasn't until about 10 years later that I learned that she was an award-winning artist in her own right. She's had 2 albums produced by Eddie Grant. She's written Billboard hit songs with Mr. Vegas. She's toured the world. She's just done so much in music, but she's very humble and always puts herself at the back of the line. So I hope the Kingdom Call album is the start of a new chapter, and now it's her time to step forward and shine.
As we've mentioned before, Indra is a skilled vocalist. We wanted to know how that influenced Kris's approach to producing the album.
The Kingdom Call album came together in a very natural way. Indra was sending me voice note ideas, and one by one I was producing them without really thinking about genres or trying to steer her in a certain direction, but just doing what felt right for each song. So we ended up making about 30 songs, and we picked these 12. And really my goal was to get a balance of reggae that Reality Shock as a label is known for, but also staying true to who she is as an artist and not pigeonholing her as just a reggae singer, but to represent her acoustic side and a wider spectrum of influences.
Now on to the Irie Roots Reggae score. We'll keep it short. For originality, authenticity, we gave 10 out of 10. From her farming to cooking to clothing style, songwriting and vibe, Indra's aura is respectable and wholesome. Again, 10 out of 10. For lyricism, we also gave 10 out of 10 here. Every song is positive and profound. Her strength as a songwriter is on full display on this album. For production and instrumentation, I gave 10 out of 10. Kris has done an excellent job producing this album. The musicianship is top notch. As a guitarist, I really appreciate the acoustic guitar recordings on songs like Fresh Water, Tables Turned, and For the Remnant. I appreciate the attention to detail and the final mix. I'm not sure how the bass was recorded, but that vintage tone gives the album a classic feel. Again, we gave 10 out of 10 for production and instrumentation. For coherence of the album, we also gave 10 out of 10 here, as this is a tight album in terms of production and lyrical content. I love the fact that the only voice we heard on this album was Indra'S. And for accessibility advanced reggae music, we also gave 10 out of 10. The Irie Roots Reggae score is 10 out of 10 at 100%, an outstanding roots reggae album. We give thanks to Indra and Kris Kemist for the outstanding work and for taking the time to answer so many of our questions. Until the next time, live life Irie and listen to roots. Blessings, and also support the artists that you love.